Hey, it's March 1st, 2017, and this is Charles Folkart. And I'm about to do something that I don't think has been done before, and I certainly have not done what I'm about to do, but I wanted you all to witness what I'm going to do here. I'm going to send a PDF file to Senator Steve Daines, care of Jim Korth, to Senator John Testor, and I've sent him a previous email about the subject here, which is geoengineering stratospheric aerosol injections over northwest Montana. And he got back to me, and I did a previous video, like I said, telling me, oh, Charles, not to worry, those are contrails. You can go back to sleep. I got your back. Don't worry about it. Well, guess what? I don't believe you, Mr. Testor, and so I'm coming back at you again. You represent us. You got that? You work for us, not the other way around. I don't like being told that I don't know what I'm talking about, and I don't care who it is. And I'm also going to send this to Carrie L. Smith, Ron A. Lee, Teresa Manzella, and Kellen Brown, editor-in-chief of the Flathead Beacon, who censored my comments at the Flathead Beacon and refused to post my letter concerning the Tanya Kirsch extortion of Sherry Spencer. Kellen Brown is a fake news editor, and I am making sure that he gets a copy of this because I want to find out if he's actually going to do anything about it. And I want to go on the public record that he's got this information. And I'm going to read through this. I've been photographing because it's not very long, and I got several images I want to show you. Dear Sirs, Madame, I've been photographing the geoengineering, aka stratospheric aerosol injections, as CIA Director John O. Brennan refers to them, taking place over northwest Montana for about 5 years now. I have several photos taken from various locations in northwest Montana, including Libby, Eureka, Summers, and Kalispell. These chemtrails are not contrails, as Mr. Testor wants me to believe. I know the difference between chemtrails or geoengineering stratospheric aerosol injections and contrails, Mr. Testor. Your condescension is not appreciated and certainly uncalled for, considering the seriousness of what is taking place. Once again, Mr. Testor, I am bringing the fact that northwest Montana, as well as other areas of Montana and the United States, are being sprayed with dangerous chemicals harmful to all of us who live in Montana, including you and your family, Mr. Testor. And you, Kellen Brown and Tristan Scott, and your family members, and to you other members of the U.S. Congress and Montana State Representatives. I included Tristan Scott because he's a senior writer calling himself a journalist at the Flathead Beacon. And I put beacon in quotes because it's a faint light when it comes to telling the truth about what's going on here in northwest Montana. For your examination, presented here are just a few of the many photographs I have accumulated in the last few years of the geoengineering taking place over northwest Montana, including Flathead Lake, which you may well know is the largest freshwater lake west of the Mississippi. I've had individuals knowledgeable regarding geoengineering tell me that they have observed stratospheric aerosol injections taking place at night over parts of northwest Montana for months, if not years. So much of the spraying of harmful chemicals are taking place right over our heads, with very few individuals being aware of what is happening. Here's an article written by Chuck Norris discussing CIA Director John Brennan confessing to stratospheric aerosol injections. There are many more such articles I could post here, but you can and should do your own due diligence, both as a representative of the citizens of the state of Montana and as so-called journalists, and not just parrots of government lies and propaganda. For more well-documented and informed information on this geoengineering, I suggest you visit and study these sites and or watch these videos. This geoengineering watch, there's the link, Dane Wigington, his interview with Greg Hunter, named or called Planet Facing Converging Cataclysms Because of Chemtrails. CIA Director speaks at CFR meeting about stratospheric aerosol injections. And the 4 photos I have taken here in Montana in the last few years that I had previously sent to Senator Testor. You can see that was taken on March the 12th, 2014 at 10:11 a.m. This one was taken over the Flathead Lake at 9:30 a.m. on March the 12th. Here are some images I've taken more recently. The first image is what a contrail looks like, Mr. Testor. See, the plane's flying right there, and it flew going east from Old Highway 93, and you can see the contrail will disappear after a few short minutes. I don't know who you're trying to fool, Mr. Testor. These are geoengineering stratosphere aerosol injections taken just here recently or last year, July 1st, 2016. The photo is self-explanatory. Here's another one taken on the same day. Here's another one. This one was taken on Highway 2 at the 93 bypass. That was taken the morning, a little bit later in the day, if I'm not mistaken, right? And this is also taken at Highway 2 on that same morning. And this was one I just took here recently, February the 12th at the Lakeside School, looking south toward Polson, Ronan area. You can see the first time I saw the plane, it flew this way. And then I got my camera, and then the second time it flew west. This one right here was probably the first one, and I didn't get to see the plane, but this one right here, the plane flying east, I saw that one. I grabbed my camera, and then I saw this plane. You can still see it. It's flying. It's right there, and it's flying west. And they're spraying right over what appears to be Polson area. And here's another shot of a previous location, Highway 2 and 93. This spraying is not just happening here in Montana. you can find YouTube videos that individuals have taken showing this chemical spraying is taking place above our Earth in virtually every country. As these chemicals being sprayed over our heads affect all of us, including you, representatives and journalists, and your families and friends, I want to make absolutely sure you are aware of what is happening right over your heads, perhaps without your knowledge. Now, all of you have been put on notice. No excuses. This poisoning of our air, water, food, natural resources has got to be stopped. It is literally killing us in the form of harmful nanoparticles in our lungs, brain cells, body organs, etc., causing dementia, autism, cancer, and many other diseases. I'm doing what I can to stop us from being poisoned and sprayed like insects by documenting the geoengineering I observe when I see it and informing you, those who can actually do something to have this hideous practice stopped. There is no legitimate reason whatsoever to poison the population or our valuable natural resources, including our air, water, and food supplies, whether you're a climate change adherent or not. Here's a video I posted on August 20th, 2016, geoengineering over northwest Montana, and Senator Testor says they are, quote, contrails. It's now up to you to do what you can to stop the stratospheric aerosol injections, geoengineering chemtrails that are polluting the very earth we all, including our families, live on. Sincerely, Charles Folkart. And I'm going to take a minute and correct my typo, and I'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay, I corrected that typo and now have, what, as far as I can tell, a WordPerfect PDF. I'm going to put it on my email and I'm going to send it live. Hang on. Okay, I'm here at my email inbox. This has been composed. You can see Senator John Testor's #1 because he's already had this sent to him, and he's the one that told me they were contrails. I want you to see everybody's getting it. And I even sent this to Tristan Scott. I'm going to remove that because he's just a senior writer. But I'm going to leave him in the letter. And here I am. I'm going to add it. The PDF file is right here. Open. There it is. Okay, folks, I'm doing this to show others what we can do to stop the poisoning of our air, our water, our resources, and hold these people's feet to the fire. I'm going to come back and add this as an edit. I forgot to tell you what the email said. It says, please refer to the attached PDF regarding the subject line. As a representative of the people of Montana, I ask you the following questions. Were or are you aware of this chemical spraying in our atmosphere? And if you were or are aware of what has been and is taking place, what are you doing to bring this practice to a halt? Or if you were not aware of the spraying previous to this email and PDF, what do you intend to do to stop this practice? And number 3, now that you have been made aware of this spraying, what do you intend to do in prosecuting those responsible for this poisoning of our persons and our resources? I respectfully request your replies to these questions. I am quite sure other individuals here in Montana would also appreciate knowing your answers as well. And please don't tell us, as Mr. Testor did, that those are contrails and to just move along. And as for you journalists, in light of the fact you've chosen not to print my previous letter regarding your fake news reporting on the whitefish extortion of Sherry Spencer by Tanya Kirsch, perhaps armed with this information, you'll be real journalists for a change. If you so-called journalists were doing your jobs, I would not have to do your job for you. Mr. Kellen Brown, I understand you possess an associate's degree in photography. Why not grab that camera of yours and look up in the sky above you sometime? Why not actually practice your profession by doing some real investigative journalism and report these crimes taking place in our atmosphere right over every one of our heads? What's stopping you from informing your readers of the damage being done to you, your family, and your readers' health, and the environmental damage being done to our natural resources and our weather patterns? We live in a different communication world now. Individuals have access to each other via videos, blogs, social media, and other venues we never had at our disposal previously. We don't have to go through your filtering system any longer. Just a heads up, I'm documenting every piece of content I supply. May I suggest you be very careful with what you do, or more importantly, what you don't do with this information. My guess is, from the initial feedback I'm receiving from others, the people of Montana are going to be very upset when they find out you so-called journalists and representatives were made aware of this harmful spraying of their ranch and farmlands, their natural resources, and the very air they and their families breathe, and yet you didn't do a damn thing about it. Sincerely, Charles Folkart. Keep the heat on their feet. If you want to get a hold of any of these people and you want to let them know that you know about this letter, I absolutely encourage you to do just that. I'm doing my part. Let's see if these people do their part. Here we go, sending it off right now. Okay, there's lots and lots and lots and lots of videos on YouTube and on the internet that talk about chemtrails. This is a relatively new one, February 27th. Chemtrail schedule. I haven't watched the whole thing. You can see I got going here, and then I realized I hadn't sent my letter that you just saw, so I went ahead and did that. But you can come back here if you'd like, and you can watch a lot of these videos talking about chemtrails. And I encourage you to do what you can. Follow some of those links in that PDF. You can write your senator, congressman, whatever. Whether it's going to do any good or not, I have no idea. But these people are getting sprayed also. And maybe if they aren't too stupid, they will realize that it's harming them also, and they will do something about it. One last thing. Dave Wigington has a new video uploaded that some engineer, avionics engineer from NASA, and it may be one of the few times that somebody from Never a Straight Answer actually tells us the truth, but he's claiming that the aerosol spraying is harming the ozone layer. I will try to find that video and I will put it down below this video. I encourage you all to embrace the love of the truth, and may the grace of God our Father, the Creator of the heavens and the earth, and the level earth covered with a firmament, be upon us all, for we certainly need it. See ya.